So there is this situation between a church pastor and the media team, and I hope by the end of this online class that situation will be resolved. So if you are a pastor, watch this video to the end, and if you are a media person, watch it to the end. If you are a church media person, find a way to share this video with your pastor. It will help you and it will help your pastor. My name is Emmanuel Ochirimensa, and you can still call me Emmanuel Blessing. This is the third class of our online digital media course. We have already learned about digital imaging, we have learned about resolution, and we have learned about the various resolution settings in cameras to match up our display devices. And in today's class, we are looking at aspect ratio and also to resolve this situation between the pastor and the media team. So this is the situation. The pastor went somewhere and he used his phone to capture some videos. And then on Sunday, during announcement, he gave the videos to the media team to project on the bigger church screen. So the church media guys saw the video, the quality, and they said, no, we can't display or show this video on our church screen. It is an indictment on our production, our brand, and our service. Then the pastor was there, media, please project. And this media guy said, no, we will not project. And the pastor felt offended. And the media guys are also like, this is how we also promote our skills. Sometimes we get gigs or jobs from these church members. And so if we continue to be showing this kind of low or poor quality videos on the screen, the members will not know where the video is coming from. They may eventually attribute it to the media guys that we are not able to produce quality works. So we don't want that indictment on our brand. So that is why we did not project it. And the pastor was like, I am in charge here. This is not your personal job. It is church media. And I am in charge of the church. So do what I say. So, media guys, in this situation, what would you say? Pastors, how did we get here? That is why we have this class ongoing. So there were two problems at hand. The first problem had to do with the resolution of the video. You see, we have learned before, if you have not watched any of our videos, look at the previous lessons on this same channel and subscribe so that you don't miss any of these lessons. We've studied about resolution, and we've seen that the resolution of the capture device must at best match the resolution of the display device. So if the pastor was taking the video with his phone, then the display device should have been a phone. But if the pastor knew that the video was going to be displayed on a bigger HD screen, and he used his phone to take the video in 720p resolution mode, then the source of the video does not match the display device. So in that situation, yes, the media guys will see that the quality looks very poor, either pixelated or blurry. That's why they did not want to show that video. Perhaps if the pastor had watched or joined our course to understand this, he might have adjusted his phone settings to the level that will at least match up with the display devices, but he couldn't do that. Then the second problem was that the media guy saw that the video from the pastor's phone was standing straight. Meanwhile, their large screen is flat like that. So when you put that video on the screen, you will see black on the left, black on the right. So they saw it as inappropriate. At least the video should have filled the entire screen and then match up to the aspect ratio of the screen. And that comes to today's topic, or the lesson we are going to have for today, aspect ratio. So we have already learned about resolutions, and we understand how the pastor's video didn't match up to the screen quality. But we are now going to look at the second problem, which has to do with the aspect ratio. And to help me do this, I'm going to use this paper. Most of us have done typing one way or the other using Word or Microsoft Word. Sometimes, or even we have read documents. When you read a letter on a paper, usually it stands like this, from top to down, then you read. When we were in school, we also saw our timetables displayed on notice board. Usually they were not like this, but they were like this. There are some other documents that are presented like this. I hope you can all see. We have some documents like this. We have some documents like this. Okay, so in word processing or typing, when you see it like this, we say it is portrait, right? This is portrait. Okay, when you turn the same paper like this, it is not portrait, but it is landscape. I hope we are understanding it. Okay, so let's take this sheet of paper as our display device or our screen. Now, we will look at 3 aspect ratios that are usually displayed on our phone and on our cameras. The first one I will talk about is the screen ratio, which is 16:9. 16:9. That means that the screen is a rectangle. The length like this is 16 units. Then the height like this is 9 units. So it is like this. Rectangle like this. So what it means once again is that from here to here, it measures 16 units. From here to here, it measures 9 units. And that is the aspect ratio for full HD widescreen display devices. It can be a laptop, it can be a phone, it can be a tablet, it can be a TV, it can be a computer monitor. Usually they are like this, right? Okay, and now we have social media platforms like TikTok, we have Facebook Reels, we have YouTube Shorts. And in those videos, the aspect ratios are not like this. They are like this. TikTok is like this. YouTube Shorts is like this. Facebook Reel is like this. Snapchat is like this. So, this aspect ratio becomes 9:16. The first one we looked at was 16:9. 16:9. Now, this aspect ratio here is 9:16. 9:16. The length here is 9. The width is 16. So, most cameras shoot in the landscape format. They are like this. Most cameras, they shoot like this. And most phones shoot like this. So, when you use your phone to shoot like this, and you go and put the video on a TV screen, which is like this, then you will have a video standing on the TV screen with black at this side and black at that side. That was the situation that the media guys found themselves in. The pastor shot the video like this and gave it to the media guys to display on a screen, which is like this. And so they saw the black on the left, the black on the right, and they said this is not appropriate because there was a mix-up in the aspect ratios. So when you are shooting any video, you must look at the aspect ratio of your display device. Recently, I took a 4K camcorder to do a video shoot. I told my media guys that I was going to use that camera to do reels. And they were like, you are going to use this big camera for reels. How? So I told them that the camera shoots like this. All I have to do is to turn the camera 90 degrees anti-clockwise or when it is like this, turn it 90 degrees clockwise and get this aspect ratio and use it to shoot my reels. You understand? Yes, because I knew I was preparing a reel for Facebook, YouTube Shorts, and for TikTok. So I was not going to use the camera to shoot like this. When you shoot like this and you use it to edit a reel, you will see there will be black on top and black at the bottom. It doesn't look good. When you turn the camera like this to shoot for reels, you see that it fits on TikTok, ebe fit YouTube Shorts, on Facebook Reels, it will also fit. In the same way, when you use your phone or any device to shoot like this and you put on a widescreen display like this, it will not fit in. So you must understand the aspect ratio, that is the measurement of the length and the height, the dimensions, so that the aspect ratio of the capturing device should match the aspect ratio of the display device. Now we understand the 9:16 aspect ratio and then the 16:9 aspect ratio. All right, you know, those who came to meet TV at Ikopo, or those who came to meet the cathode ray tube computer monitors na Ikopo no. It is the standard screen, and this type of screens have aspect ratios that are 4:3. They have the aspect ratio 4:3. That means the length here is 4 units and the height here is 3 units, 4:3, and it can be called the standard aspect ratio. Apart from that, we also have the 1:1 aspect ratio. It is like a square. That works best for, I think, YouTube or so. The square aspect ratio. The length here is 1 unit. The height here is 1 unit. So it produces a square video. So when you are producing a video as a videographer or a media person, you must understand where you are going to display your final video. Is it going to be displayed on the wide screen? Then use the 16:9 aspect ratio. Are you going to display it on social media, TikTok or Shorts or Reel? Then use the 9:16 aspect ratio. And if you are making the video for the standard TV screen, which today are not in existence, then you use the 4:3 standard aspect ratio. You will find these aspect ratios in your cameras. If you don't understand, you will choose wrongly and you will either see black at the top and bottom of your videos or at the sides of your videos. So I think by now we all understand aspect ratios. So now if you are a pastor and you have joined this class to understand the aspect ratio, then don't go and repeat the mistake of the other pastor who shot a video with his phone in portrait and gave it to his media team to display in landscape, and there was that confusion. Landscape videos for landscape display devices. Portrait videos for portrait display devices. So now there shouldn't be any confusion between pastors and church media guys. My name is Emmanuel Ochri Mensah. Call me Emmanuel Blessing. I'm the head of department of the PIWC Mountain View Media Department. And I'm also a freelance videographer. I do film productions, I do advertising productions, jingle productions, documentary films, event coverages, live streaming of events, and anything video. Perhaps you are a church, a group of people, you would like me to come over so we share ideas in the media space. I'm available. Contact me on 0549201313. It doesn't matter which part of the country you are. I can travel, come over so we share knowledge in the media space. Or maybe you are a media school. You may want me to pass by one of these days to share some knowledge on some of these things we are learning in media. You can also contact me on 0549201313. And until I come your way once again in another class in this digital imaging course. Stay blessed.